Hello and welcome to the program Issues on ABS Radio and Television. I am Eze Onwuchi. The 2023 presidential and national assembly elections have come and gone, but there are mixed reactions to that effect. However, the majority of people, both at home and in the diaspora, said that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) did not live up to its promises, accusing the commission of corrupting the electoral process while alleging that politicians manipulated the election results. So, did INEC, the electoral umpire, leave a worthy legacy for Nigeria in the conduct of the presidential election? And of course, apart from INEC, the electoral umpire, who else should we blame or hold responsible for lack of credibility of the election? And today we are going to look at the 2023 presidential and national assembly elections matters arising. I am Eze Onwuchi. We have in the studio Professor Peter Kachi, Chairman, Red Cross Society, Anambra State. Prof, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
We also have Dr. Uche Diago, lecturer at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Doc, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Yes, let's first of all know your impression, Prof. Your impression about the whole exercise, the presidential and the national assembly elections.
It's like a kind of a game. I would say a game. Wow, where it's like a mock exam. Those days, before you take school starts, you sit for mock to know exactly if you are serious about it. And there is for mock because the result of the election is not even up to now. They are not going to be forceful or made it to be authentic. So that is the situation for now. But it appears everybody in Nigeria want peace. So whatever you are given, you take it. Otherwise, it couldn't have been like that. But since it has come to that level, what do we do? What it comes, we take it. So that you know the target troublemaker. But otherwise, I don't know how to describe this. Because there are enumerations, there are other things. And at the end, there is a different thing, and they're counting a different thing. But let it not be that we are troublemakers. We are the people that are making trouble for them. But that is where I see it. But if not, if we want to authenticate the situation, it could be to anything. But if that is the general appeal of everybody to see it like that, okay.
Prof. All right. Let me come to you, Dr. Uche Diago. You were in the field. Practically, you saw everything. Did INEC the electoral file leave a worthy legacy? What's your impression, General?
Well, I think just like the Prof has said, well, to me, I think I describe this as a rape of democracy. Yes, this is a rape of democracy. INEC promised us a different thing and then gave us a different thing. INEC, during the training and whatever, INEC made a lot of promises that this particular election is going to be a different one. In fact, it's going to be the best amongst all the elections that are taking place in Nigeria. Then that a lot were introduced. We talk of divers, talk of all these other things, and we are told that the election was going to be credible, fair, and free. Well, in some places, the election was credible, but the fact is that after the whole thing, what was transmitted as the result happens to be a different thing. And Nigerians have not kept quiet. Nigerians have not kept quiet. A lot of news and whatever are just bringing up from different places, and a lot of people are talking, complaining. And you look at certain results, look at the figures they give, then the total, they'll just give you one looks like a check play, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they sum it and give you 1 million as the total figure for a particular political party. Then you begin to wonder, the people who sum this, are they ignorances, or did they just present this to Nigerians as though Nigerians are just fools? Well, we're just looking at them, and just like some of the political, presidential candidates, told Nigerians, they said, keep quiet, just be calm, that things are just coming, that they will eventually come up with something, and we are believing them.
Professor Peter Kachima, who else do we hold responsible for lack of credibility in just concluded election?
Lack of credibility?
Yes. A lot of people are pointing, accusing politicians of manipulating results.
Politicians, what are they manipulating in the results? They used to manipulating the results. It's not their problem. Their problem is who is at the head, who organized this. The people I know, even everything is not politician. There are heads of government. There are heads of affairs concerning government. There are, even in the enumerations, even in all the things done, there are people who are responsible. If somebody that is responsible and has the person to keep quiet, what do you want the person to do? Are you getting my point? So the situation is that those who are supposed to organize the election, organize the people, tell them to keep quiet. What do you want them to do again? Even myself, I keep quiet. I will not even make trouble. What do you want me to do? I'm not making trouble, and I don't want to make trouble. If you are not, and you're not going to make trouble, you keep quiet. Everyone is keeping quiet. Who wins the election? How did you win the election? If you look at all those things, then it is problem. But if there is a situation of the winner takes all, okay, you are the winner, and they ask us to keep quiet so that you take all. Okay, take all.
The program is issues on ABS radio and television, and today we are looking at the 2023 presidential and the National Assembly elections, the matters arising. Professor Peter Kachima is here. He is the chairman of Red Cross Society, Anambra State, and of course Dr. Uche Nyago, lecturer in UNIZIK. I want to go to Dr. Uche Nyago. The introduction of beavers health matters. Did it solve the problem of introducing?
Where beavers were actually used, and those people who were guided on how to use beavers, where beavers were used, I think the number and the figure given actually is okay. But in some other places where they stopped the use of beavers and then they decided to do manual election or whatever, those places, I think any figure emanating from such places should be discountenanced.
Let me come to you as I asked earlier. How long would the electorate or will we keep quiet? So we should keep quiet. They have asked us to keep quiet. How long?
It's a situation of patient dog. They eat the fattest of the meat or the bone or whatever. But I know the only good thing that will come out of it is peace, no violence. Are you getting me?
Challenging the results.
No violence, challenging the result, no bloodletting. Things that will lead to death will not come. But that is it. No violence, no bloodletting, no death. by God's grace, let it be like that. Because before the election, everybody was praying, let there be no killing, let there be no violence, let there be no this. At the end, everybody is keeping quiet. Nobody is agitating. Nobody is showing anything that could lead to death. If that is the case, and if that is the essence of this system,
Okay. If that will bring peace. Okay.
Sorry, I come in here.
yes,
Of course, you can't beat a child and ask the child not to cry.
From now, you answer this question. When the wish of the people or the electorate is not respected in a democracy, what does it indicate?
Well, the fact about people keeping quiet. Most times, if you keep quiet, you continue to keep quiet. Things will continue to go from worst to worst. Most times, when your right is being trampled upon, and you have kept quiet for so long, you will react. We are all human beings. Yes, this is so obvious, and we shouldn't keep quiet here. The youths, of course, many of them are not keeping quiet. In many places, many parts of the country, they are protesting. Well, the kind of protest they will have now, peaceful protest, in that, of course, nothing, they are not quite violent, they are not that, but people are protesting. At least let the voice of the masses be heard. Even across the border, I think outside Nigeria, some other Nigerians who are residing outside Nigeria are also protesting. But the thing is, for now it is peaceful. But time will come if these people block their ears that they will not listen, and thereby treating you like idiots. Then I think the protest will somehow become violent.
There will be protest, peaceful protest, but there will be no violence because the presidential aspirants or candidates have told their supporters to keep calm. And the best way to go about it is to go through the court to challenge the result between the court if somebody is not comfortable with the results. Prof, let me come to you. Nigerians are preparing to go to the polls again this Saturday to elect the governors and councillors. Will they be discouraged? Because they feel that their voice was spoken.
they will not be discouraged. Those at the top knows the system and knows what is obtainable. Those down to gubernatorial candidates, they know where they are and what is obtainable. Are you getting me? Good. We are not fighting for the top hierarchies. They have been suited and they know that they are there and they know who is who. But down to the other set, they know those whom have struggled. Even members of political parties know those who will struggle to win the election in their party. At the top hierarchy, it is not so clear, but it's a problem knowing who will be at the top. But the irony is that those at the top, they know themselves from each party. They all know themselves.
Ndị a na-atụ vootu, ndị nke Nigeria ga-eji ịtụ vootu. A ga-asị na ebe ọ bụ na vootu anyị akaụntụ, anyị ama jetụ
Who told them that their vote did not count? Nobody told them that their vote did not count. Rather, it was a game of computation and combination. Are you getting me? It was a game of computation and combination. The game is there. The election will be held. And those who are supposed to win, will win. That is the situation. We know the situation. There's no need. We don't want violence. We don't want problem, and we are abiding by the situation on the ground. Yeah.
Keeping quiet. Doc, will I get it right this time, Saturday?
Well, the people will say that is necessary amount of things. From unless they decide to take correction from what happened last Saturday. Otherwise, everybody is afraid. And most of the people, of course, we hear them. Someone said it openly that after the presidential election and when the result was declared, he got disillusioned and he destroyed his voters' card. Many of them did. And the fact is that INEC has just disappointed a lot of Nigerians. INEC has done that. Has disappointed a lot of us. And many people, if we just consider what happened last Saturday and then we compare it with what has been, we find out that a lot of people actually came out this time to vote. So many persons did because the situation of Nigeria, not so many people were comfortable with that and they needed a change. Now, after that election, and their voices were not heard, and Prof, you said their votes counted. I don't think so. When we say that one's vote counted, what it means is that after the election, the real result will be presented. But now, everybody, even here in Anambra State and then in many other states, during the election, people were making calls, asking people who is winning in your place, who is winning there, and people were responding. And we knew, even before the election was concluded, who was actually winning. But eventually, when the result was announced, we got a different thing. So many people have been demoralized, and a lot have just lost confidence in INEC. I doubt.
So, is it wise to discontinue, maybe by destroying one's voter card?
It is not so. It is not wise to destroy those things. You don't have problem for some time. Then one day you come and destroy the materials for the problem. It is the foundation we laid. We laid a long foundation long ago. We do not stand. Then you cannot not come now. Are you going to take the contestants or the INEC to go and take baths before they come to the election? The whole thing has happened. Whatever that is, it is now that we have to start a new way to manage the Nigerian electoral system. The electoral system, we have not managed it, we have to manage it in a new way and move ahead. The only thing we are thanking God is no violence. And that is my recommendation. Anything that will lead to violence is not there. Anything that will lead to death is not there. So, and that is it. Then other issues will be renewed. Along the line, those who did not count their votes well will count their votes. Those who did not follow up, those who did not use the beavers well, should use the beavers well. But for this one, it has been, if you look at this from wherever you are, you will know that whatever that has happened is a calm operation. Everybody wants to be calm. Myself here, I am calm. Anybody that wants to push me into trouble, I will tell the person, no, let us wait a little. And so others, most of the wise men in Nigeria are calm. Are you going to be extraordinary in a common place?
Everybody should be calm. Because the process is still on. Onye chọrọ ikwu na onye na-agwa ndị advọka si jee na ihe dị etu
if we have to be sincere, it's not the problem of the eye at all. It's not the problem of any group. Are you getting me? I have to tell you the truth. It's not. The problem we have is that election was carried out, and those who did all the voter committees, they were honest. But at the end of it, the power that be decides what to do for their country. So we should not start fighting. Innocent people will suffer for nothing. It is not even ad hoc committees. The people that are in charge of Nigeria decided what they want. That is the situation. People should stop cursing others or calling others or making people to feel falsely accused. From the day this election started, the people that went in the morning, early in the morning, they did the job, they did it very well, and they continue to do it well till the last. But along the line, when the time comes, when the bosses come, when those who are in charge of Nigeria come, they say what they want. We are just like passengers in Nigeria. When it is time to take decision, those who are in helm of affairs, they take decision. No more, no less.
Thank you very much. We want to say something.
Yeah, Prof, I somehow will disagree with you here because there are videos and video clips and pictures flying around all over the internet about some ad hoc INEC staff that compromised. We had a case of a woman who was Tom Printing. Tom Printing was, caught in a secluded place where people were waiting and they failed to vote. No INEC official. Eventually, someone entered the classroom and saw the INEC official who was supposed to be there attending to those persons, completing the.
Is it not the same thing I'm talking that you're talking?
Some people must be responsible for this. Well, let's continue.
What they want to do is what they do. What they want to do is what they do. Anybody they want to win is who will win.
Anyway, all of us make the blame.
Another round of elections will come this Saturday, the 11th of March, to elect governors and, of course, House of Assembly members. So try as much as possible to still go out and vote. Exercise your civic responsibility. Do your best and leave the rest with authority, with God anyway. All right, what we call it a day here. Let's appreciate Professor Peter Kachi, Chairman, Red Cross Society, and Anambra State. Prof, thank you for coming.
Thank you, my
senior. All right, we'll keep quiet until then. All right, Dr. Uche Riago, lecturer in Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Doctor, thank you for coming.
Oh, yes, thank you, Edison. Well, I think I gave just a piece of advice to people about the Saturday election. Let everyone come out in vote. Please, don't just
it don't depend on God.
Yeah, we'll do our best and let the rest.
Only God will make them leave responsible persons to lead us.
Indeed. On behalf of Don Onyenji and of course everybody in the house, I am Eze Onwuchi. I wish you well. See you again. Bye for now.